Hello teachers, in this video we're going to look at Unit 3, Order of Operations and Properties. So here's the media lesson and the objectives. Let's just start on the first section, Addition, Subtraction, and the Order of Operations. So I think what's different about the way we present the order of operations in this new curriculum is that instead of just solely focusing on symbolic problems that have a lot of operations and starting with PEMDAS and doing them in the correct order, we really build them up one pair of operations at a time. And here we start with addition, subtraction, and the order of operations. And we typically we're going to begin with some sort of application problem, and then we want them to write as a string of operations horizontally. Okay, so looking at this problem, they can do this problem in a heartbeat. They might not write it down symbolically correctly, but let's just see what it says. So on the first day of the month, you have $150. You make a debit transaction for $60, deposit for $20. How much money do you have left? Okay, so they should be great at this, but they will probably, so 150 minus 60, so you have $90, and then you take the 90 and you add the $20 deposit, and you have $110. Okay, so they'll probably write this in two steps. So they're using the context and the time element of the context to see that first we do this, the subtraction, then we do this, the addition. Okay. And hopefully they write them as two separate problems. Sometimes you've probably seen they write those running equal signs where they'll put equals 90 plus 20 equals 110. Definitely discourage that and try to get them in the habit of writing new operations on a new line. But what we really want them to start doing is writing a series of operations or a string of operations horizontally. So instead of this, we want them to see that it is 150 minus 60 plus 20. Okay, and this is exactly from left to right. It's how we would read it, how we did this problem, and it corresponds with the time order. But now the question is we know here we did the subtraction first. Okay, how do we know? Can we do the addition first? Will that make a difference? So you could think of asking them to do this in two different ways. So if we do the subtraction first, we have 110 plus 20. Oh, sorry, 90 plus 20. I'm jumping to the answer. 150 minus 60 is 90, plus 20 is 110. Okay. What if we did this addition first? That'd be 150 minus 80, which is 70. So we have different answers. So it matters what order we perform these operations in. From the context, we know this is the correct one. But what makes it correct? What are the rules we're going to follow? Okay. Also, you can draw their attention to this one and say, well, what did this do? If we added the 60 and the 20 first, we ended up subtracting 80, but that $20 was a deposit, so we actually subtracted a number we were supposed to add. So that's why there's a difference of 40, because we not only didn't add the 20, we subtracted it. Okay. So they also need to see, and there's examples in the student pages, problems where it doesn't matter what operation you do first. So here, since the subtraction is at the end, there's nothing following it. If they subtract first, they'll get the same result. So adding first is 5 minus 1, which is 4. Subtracting first is 3 plus 1, which is also 4. Okay? So this is problematic because sometimes they'll do the order of operations incorrectly. They still get the right answer, and they don't know why that is. They think, oh, I'm doing everything right, and now suddenly this doesn't work. Okay, so those are kind of the big ideas, and then we have them practice some of the addition ones. And again, here's we develop a series of what we call rules. When we need to add or subtract 2 or more times, we will perform the operations from left to right. Okay, let's start a new video.